Hello and welcome to Attackers of Opportunity. This is your DM, Michael. I'm sitting around a virtual table with some of my friends, and we're about to play some D&D.
Yeah!
Huzzah!
Yes, we are bringing you today another side quest. We have been adventuring these last few weeks with some of the samurai of the country of Hang in the world of Tavarnin on the eastern continent, as they have been going through seeking revenge or perhaps justice in some minds for the death of their daimyo. They have infiltrated the castle of the Turtle Clan and have worked their way up through the various levels, up this massive town built into the side of this mountain, up higher and higher, getting into the wealthier sections of town, the ritzier areas, and they have found themselves now a very, shall we say, suggestible and susceptible portal official who fell under the sway of Zan. They have found themselves actually now in the upper level of the town, with now very little between them and the castle proper. Their goal in this has been, as I said, the revenge or perhaps justice for their fallen lord. They have accepted the removal of all of their rank and status from their clan to engage in this mission, with the fear that if they were caught and found to be clearly wearing the symbols of the Bear Clan, that the Bear Clan would suffer repercussions. So they have done this without badge of office, without any kind of formal declaration. They have done this only out of their innate sense of what is right and what is wrong. And in that, they have found the man who actually killed their daimyo and murdered him quite brutally. I believe there were broken arms and legs, maybe some chopped off hands, if I remember correctly.
Maybe a few.
And a promise to let live, followed by killing him.
Yep.
So you know, just so that we know the type of people we're going for. But they've done it all in pursuit of their honor. So to that end, we will open the scene today with all of you having been escorted to this Turtle official's house, a rather perhaps modest by the houses around it, but elaborate by any other measure. It is roughly 3 stories. Much of the furniture is plated in gold. It's of high quality. All of the woodwork is an extremely fine detail, and not fine like fine, but fine like the highest quality fine. And you guys have kind of free reign of his estate. It is edging towards evening. I think it's about 7 o'clock. You could easily eat dinner and then try to sneak into the castle. You could wait until the next morning. You could use this as an observation post to find out patterns of the guards and any number of other shenanigans that you'd like to either get information or just flat out let's sneak our way in and kill the head of the Turtle Clan.
Number 1, I love that Coleman's just like drinking from a pitcher.
Yes.
Number 2, I kind of forgot what we decided we were going to do when we got to the castle. We were going to want to like capture. Were we going to like try to slit their throat in their sleep?
Death by any means necessary.
Yeah.
I like it.
I
like it.
Yeah, I'm with Tatsu on that one.
Yeah.
That was my recollection of where you guys were headed as well.
All lives meaningless, but their
Assassination mission.
It's all about the turtle soup.
Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
All right, Saito. All right. Okay, perfect. Then I think that we might want to have a little bit of food and then head on over to the castle, no? Under cover of night.
Perhaps we should watch their guard movements and then, in the middle of the night, strike.
A clever plan. I like it.
As long as it involves night and striking.
All good things happen at night.
Maybe even a fire for distraction. Draw people away.
I like it. Another correct. Do we know where Dameo is?
Somewhere in the castle, I assume.
Well, then we'll just have to burn the entire castle. It is the only way.
So much for tortoise soup. We'll just make it a flame broil.
Flambe.
Tortoise. Yeah.
Maybe you should do the fan dance on top of a hill with backlighting behind you.
To distract all of the other guards.
Yes. I will sing.
Really get under their shells.
I love it. I like the...
Yes.
Who's good at investigation? Or, I mean, I'm fucking great at persuasion, but I feel like we might need to find out where the Dameo is so we can, like... I love the plan of, like, starting a fire somewhere else to distract some of the guards and, like, get them away, because I know they sent 45 guards away, but we still have, like, over 200 that we're going to have to deal with.
This is persuasion right here.
I also,
Good persuasion.
if you find someone, Tatsu and I can intimidate them.
I do like that.
I think it's also worth noting too. Like, I mean, I could comfortably wild shape myself into like a mouse or a rat.
Oh, yeah.
That's
and
true.
utilize that as a
Hello.
way of kind of obtaining the information we need.
You can make tiny animals.
Yeah, up to CR1. You know, hey, rats and mice aren't exactly high on that CR list, so.
Yeah.
So you could go into the castle and kind of scout it out and see where our target is?
Exactly.
I like it.
Wise.
I'm going
Yeah,
to formulate plans from there.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, I just brocious out and go full werebear and start hacking away at shit.
Great.
If you
Love
would
it.
do this without us,
I would try not to. The idea is just recon.
It is
I
always
think in
wise
your
to speak.
skills.
What? Yes.
If you can do this without giving yourself away, our mission stands a greater chance.
That is the idea.
And we will have hot meal waiting for you when you get back.
Let's see.
Meantime, we should take shifts in watching the guard movements.
Yes.
Okay.
I dig all of this as options. So, what I would like from you, Brosius, as you shift, what animal are you turning into? Specifically, a rat or something else?
I'm going to take an opportunity, just kind of look around and see what the most common four-legged creature is in the area. You know, is it a rat? Is it a cat? Is it a dog? You know,
Give me a perception check if you'd be so kind.
perception. Come on, baby.
Big money.
Arg. 9.
Oh, no.
You see a couple of different animals. You're just not sure of what like the ratio is. You do see that there is a cat. You see this dog. You see that there's the couple of these like salamander-esque type creatures that are sort of halfway in size between the mouse and the cat. So they're not cat size, but they're close. You do see probably some rat droppings here and there. But again, we are in the ritziest part of this town. So a lot of the animals, as you're looking around, seem to be someone's pet. There's a couple of as you're looking, the vermin type around, and that's where you find the wild cat, the feral cat, the salamander type thing, and the rat droppings. So
I think I'm going to go with the cat. Yeah, I think the cat will probably pass a little bit easier
okay.
on that one.
So as you shapeshift into a cat, describe the cat. Are you a tabby? Do you look like Garfield? Are you a hairless something or other? What type of cat are you?
Cat is a domestic short hair. He's a comfortable tuxedo, black and white. So, yes, I'm describing Bandit. Sorry, I'm describing my eldest cat, basically.
Sounds like my cat when I was a kid.
Yeah. So he's 14, and he deserves his day in the D&D spotlight.
Oh.
My cat is also 14.
So there we go.
All right. So yes, you transform into this tuxedo, short hair, and are able to start kind of prowling around. Give me 2 stealth checks, both with advantage, and 3 perception checks as well.
All right. There's 16. Let's see if I can get better than a 16. Oh, yeah. There we go. 24.
Hell yeah.
Okay, we're going to keep that stealth. Perception. How many perception?
3 perception. And did you roll 2 stealth, both with advantage?
I just rolled 1 set of a stealth with advantage. One of them hit with a 24. Hold on, let me get you the other ones there. A 20.
Nice.
Let's see if I go better than a 20. Nope, 20, 24 on those.
Okay.
All right, perception. Let's do this. We got a 10. That sucks. 14's okay. And a 7.
Oh, no.
I'm hoping the
So
14
sneaky.
covers something. Well, those were just perceptions. So at least my stealth checks were comfortable enough.
Okay. So with those stealth checks and the fact that you're a cat, you're able to get pretty much anywhere in the castle itself. The castle proper is itself 5 stories tall, but it is at this point more just a single tower as opposed to the full massive town structure that you've been coming up the side of this mountain. It's probably got a few rooms on each floor up the 5 floors. You're able to find a window to kind of hop into, start walking around. You notice on the 3rd floor, there is sort of a side balcony, and in the actual area itself of the interior, it looks to be almost like a large ballroom. Taking the step up from the 3rd to the 4th, there are a couple of chambers here. They seem to be small rooms on either side, and there are kind of almost 2 guard points where you actually start seeing masses of turtles. In one of them, you see looks to be 10 turtles, all in kind of matching or at least very similar armor. The turtles themselves are sort of a mixture of blue and green coloration, some brown, almost certainly some kind of family or bloodline or something in a lot of these, but they're similar in appearance and they're all armed and equipped very similarly. The other area is actually right by the stairs that take you from the 4th to the 5th floor, and there seem to be only 3 turtles in that room. One of them is clearly lean as far as turtles go and quite tall. He's kind of pacing around with a spear in his hand. The other 2 look to be about the same size, and they have the same coloration at them. Just one looks maybe a year or 2 older. They seem to be sitting at a side table, relaxing, almost as though they are the backup for the guard on duty, as opposed to being the guard on duty themselves. There's also a couple glasses of wine in front of these 2, so they're either not very good guards, or they are some kind of official or noble, or maybe even someone's son, and they've been given the post without necessarily all of the training or whatnot that would come from it. Because you knocked the stealths out of the park, you actually are able to, pick your moments and kind of dodge and weave and get up to the 5th floor. And the 5th floor is just one massive room. It's almost a story and a half tall, and it is dominated by this massive throne along one side. Think if you've seen not Game of Thrones, the normal, but Game of Thrones House of Dragon, and they've got the throne there, the Iron Throne there, and it's multiple steps of swords that were all melted as part of it off the other side. So it's not just a chair, but it's the section of wall. That same kind of size here, that weight of presence. The wall, I'll have to give it to you this way because you only rolled a 7. The wall opposite the throne room has a curtain on it, and the curtain moves a little as you're walking, and maybe even you like duck under it at one point as you're trying to stealth through. And there's some kind of large mural painted on it, but from your perspective as a cat and not wanting to rip open the curtain and see what's there, it remains unknown. You just tell that there's some kind of artistry on that wall.
And this is on the 5th floor.
That's on the 5th floor.
Okay.
As you're going through it, you think that if the party maybe climbs up to the 3rd floor, goes up, if they're sneaky and can sneak past the group of 10 guards, then it's really just that last one group of guards and then the throne room itself.
Okay, cool. And there's no antechamber that I can make out within the 5th floor. Like it's just the throne room.
Right. It's like the people are positioned on the 4th floor, and there's a couple of side chambers in the hallways there. And when the daimyo of the Turtle Clan is there and is ready to receive, he gets prepped, and the people are brought to his floor. So it kind of makes it that the whole castle is the antechamber to this throne room. That's how pompous the Turtle Clan has become.
Gotcha.
Can you remind me again? Is it the daimyo that's our target? Who are we trying to?
The whole family.
The whole goddamn thing.
So the man that you all discovered that was the one who actually killed the daimyo of the Bear Clan his name was Georg, and he confessed to being hired by the son of the Turtle Clan's daimyo, but he suspected that the son was given orders by the head of the clan.
It's daimyo Ubu, right? And Sake? Or
Ubu, and his son is Sake, yes. Okay. Do you go and report this all back, or are you going to try to solo the castle?
I want to see if I can find the daimyo directly. I want to spend just a little bit of extra time. I know I'm probably pushing my luck here, but I want to see if I can find him directly.
Okay. Tell you what, give me a stealth check without advantage, and that'll open the chance to try to do a perception.
22.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Give me a perception check, and or actually it would be. Yeah, I guess it would be perception because you're looking around. I was thinking survival because you're trying to track, but you're more looking around than looking at tracks.
Yeah. 13 on the perception.
You hunt around and you find a bedchamber that is extremely well appointed that you think is maybe the daimyo's bedchamber on the 4th floor.
Okay.
But you don't see a body there.
Okay, I'm going to keep going on it. Keep sneaking around.
Okay, tell you what, you keep beating a 19 stealth, and I'll let you keep looking around. The moment you get below a 19 stealth, there will be repercussions.
Oh, like now.
Fuck.
Yes, indeed.
Bro.
It will be missed.
Yeah, Bandit was cute while they lasted.
Roll for cuteness.
Yeah,
Bear time.
Do a
Bear
pissing.
time.
So as you continue to hunt around, you are spotted by the group of 10 guards, and 2 of them come running after you. You are at a point where there are 3 chambers behind you, as well as a junction that leads into another hallway that starts twisting back towards where the other small group of guards were. There are also, theoretically, you can try to find an open window and jump out of. You can charge to them. You can attack them, or whatever you'd like to do in this moment. But you have at least 3 chambers behind you. You have a hallway that you know approximately where it leads back to.
I'm going to try and get my butt out of there.
Okay.
So I'm looking for the closest exit I can find. We're going to James Bond this bitch.
Okay. I would say roll me a perception check, but you've been doing those so well so far.
If I need to, I'll do it again. I'm not having much faith in my perception.
I can't believe you only have a +1 to it. That's so bad.
How about an investigate check as you're trying to think through, oh my God, where's there an exit?
Investigation's no better.
So, okay, I'll let you roll perception.
You tell me.
Investigate, survival, or
Survival.
history.
Let's go survival.
Okay. Now you at least walk around the castle a little bit.
Okay, 14.
14.
Hey.
14's not bad. You run and you duck into the second chamber back. The guards are pounding after you, and they enter the room here. The person didn't notice you, but the guards come in, and the 2 people that were in that room in a dark corner having a, shall we say, moment with each other, a male and female.
my.
They are shocked and surprised. You, however, are able to find an open window and leap out. If you want to leap out, you can aim for the 3rd floor balcony that I previously described.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's going to be a fall all the way to ground level.
Nope. 3rd floor balcony.
3rd floor balcony. All right. I would like an acrobatics check using the cat's stats, because the cat is the physical body that you're in right now.
I gotta find.
Always land on your feet.
I gotta find. Yeah, right.
Special skill.
Right. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can even find a stat block for the cat. Oh, yep. Here we are. Basic rolls, cat, tiny. All right. It's only a +2 to my dex. That's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So hold on. I'm just going to roll a flat. Okay. 17.
Hey.
Okay. Just barely you are able to leap, twist, contort the cat's body as you're flying, or falling, I should say. Falling, you catch the edge of the balcony ledge that comes out. 16 was the number in my head for what you needed to land. So you got a 17. So you catch the edge, but it is very near it's a very near thing. And maybe this even is a cat meme moment of like the front paws are grasping at the balcony ledge, and the back legs are off, and it's trying to claw its way back up to a landed point. But I tell you what, you are going to take a little bit of fall damage there, just because you did go from the 4th floor to the 3rd.
I'll take it.
4 points of damage.
Sounds fair.
Which I imagine in cat form is barely even it is notable in cat form, but they're all 10 hit points to you anyway.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, so you are now back on the 3rd floor. The guards have been alerted. There's probably going to be a new scandal, provided anyone cares about that after you all kill the daimyo here. Are you gonna go back and try to press your luck, or are you gonna get the hell out of there entirely?
Nah, I'm gonna get to the party.
Okay. You were able to return back to the townhouse. While he was out there at the townhouse, the 4 of you were there along with this turtle official. Is the turtle official going to just kind of be left alone? Are you going to tie him up? Are you going to just execute him? Is Zan going to just keep flirting and make sure that he's wrapped around her tiny finger?
That one.
Okay.
Stick with what you know.
It's true.
I'll tell you what, give me 3 persuasion checks.
Got it.
And give me 3 persuasion checks.
All right, that is a 24, an 18, and a 16.
Yeah, he's putty in your hands.
Yeah.
You're hitting all the right buttons with this guy.
Good.
And,
I needed a new slave.
and you don't even have to like go very far to get this guy under, like, you don't have to do anything necessarily untoward. It's all flirting. It's all
Amazing.
conversational and innuendo with this guy. And that he was already smitten. He is like, we've all heard the story of the army private who on his first weekend after boot camp goes to a strip club, meets someone, and they get married 2 weeks later, and he's just absolutely head over heels in love with her. That's this guy. He is absolutely head over heels. He thinks this is the greatest, most wonderful thing that's ever happened to him, and it's been less than 24 hours.
Excellent. He's not wrong.
He's probably not used to female attention, so that could contribute to part of that too.
Just like someone's talking to me.
God, I'll do anything to keep this going.
Exactly.
Okay, so Izan is keeping your host occupied. Are the other 3 of you going to try anything?
I just want to watch the guard movements. You said there was a place to watch for that?
Yes, you can sneak up and watch on that. Is anyone else going and watching guards with him, or just Tatsu?
I was going to go.
Okay. Tell you what, if you're both going easily enough, what I'd like are either you can each roll your own 2 perception checks, or one of you can roll with advantage for 2 checks.
Oh, well, so we're both going to roll our own, apparently.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 1 for a 4 and then a 19.
That's a 16 and a 17.
Okay. Tatsu notices that when it hits about 9 o'clock, and this would be when Brosius in cat form is still inside. At 9 o'clock, there is a changing of the exterior guards at the front door. There seem to be 14 guards, and 7 more guards approach. They kind of walk out in formation, all again clothed and garbed and armed in a very similar fashion. Those 7 come out. The 14 stand at attention. And as the 7 come out, 7 more rotate, stand in line, and start marching back into the first floor of the castle. It seems like there's a rotation of half the guard. So they're probably working like everybody's working a full shift, but half of them are half off of the other, so that there's always 14 out front. So and now that 9 o'clock is when one of the rotations happened, you could probably theorize that it's happening every 4-ish hours from there.
Okay, good to know.
Then the second check was a 17 and 19. So that's both of you are really good. About an hour later, you see some shadows start moving around in the light stream from the windows on the 4th floor. You hear a couple of shouts and see a small figure leap out of one of the windows. And you can hear, it's hard for Tatsu to make out the words, but Saito can just kind of hear a little bit of yelling, and it seems to start coming from like a halt who goes there to very quickly, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. And I'll give it to you now. It'd be something that you'd be able to piece together when you have the conversation with Brosius. It seems it was the daimyo having an assignation with one of the staffers that the guards came in to on the 4th floor.
Rawr.
Oh my.
Meow, meow.
Meow.
And then Yumi, is there anything in particular you'd like to do? If not, I have something that I could give to you.
Oh, well, I was thinking about, because I have my noble background, I feel like I can pretty much blend in this area pretty well. And I have my cloak of whatever.
Yeah.
The one where I can blend in with everybody. So I was thinking about walking around and trying to see if I can get any like verbal information by talking to people.
Okay.
What was your suggestion, though?
Well,
maybe I could do that instead.
One of the difficulties in this, it's a great idea. I love it. In this particular area, it's pretty much exclusively turtles. Since you are a gem dragon, that's going to be a tricky piece.
Okay.
You could certainly, like, as Izan is doing her flirty kind of thing, be talking to your
noble or the
total, our
turtle.
Yeah, your turtle, and you could be trying to get information information out of him, but just walking around in this particular scenario would be tricky.
Got it.
So if you'd like to talk to him, that's good. If not, I'll pitch you my idea as well.
Pitch me your idea, Michael.
Okay. This guy does have a library in his house.
Ooh.
Books on the Total Clan, the structure, any kind of history. There could be interesting bits of information that you could find here. And as a reminder, when you saw the large window at the side of their castle that had runes and things to help toughen it and strengthen it, you did see that there were small specks of sapphire at key nodes in that window.
I had totally forgotten that. Okay. Yeah. I think I will let Izan keep sweet talking and getting information out of our boy over here, and I'll go investigate the library.
Okay. In that, give me a history would be solid, because that would be, how well do you read books and research things, and investigate would also work if that's a better role for you.
Stronger in history. So I think we should do that one.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So, oh my gosh, are you serious? That was let's see, what is the history? That was a 5.
That was a 5.
Oh.
I mean, he's definitely got some cool looking books here.
There are, in fact, books.
Yes.
On this wall.
Well, tell you what, they're out observing for a while with the guard change. Brosius is out in his cat form for a while. Give me another history check. You may find something slightly different, or maybe not as much information.
Yeah. Okay, so that's an 11.
Okay,
A little better.
it takes you a good while, but you do find a tome about the histories of the Turtle Clan, and in it there's some of the language is a little obscure. It's like it's written in what would effectively for us be Middle English, where the F's look like S's and things like that, where we can parse through it, but it takes a while and some concerted effort. You start flipping through, and it's a book on kind of the foundation and the formation of the Turtle Clan. And you start piecing together that the Turtle Clan was originally almost started like a daimyo group, where it was a lesser noble that was given a land grant. And it was a group of turtles that fought against this some kind of, it talks about giant lizard creature. And you're not sure of the terminology exactly that they're using, but it was through their magic and through their strength that they were able to bind it. There are some obvious logical gaps in, like, because you've been venturing for a while, you're a skilled fighter, you have a +4-ish on your history, +3?
+3, yeah.
+3. You're intelligent enough to like, wait, I've read stories like this, and there's always holes in the story. You start piecing together the official version seems like it's missing some element that they weren't talking about in this book. As you're flipping through and you're looking at some of the reliefs that were printed in the book, you definitely get these turtle figures standing with weapon, blade, spear, and this kind of, the artist has depicted this wall of darkness almost in a cone pushing towards them, and them standing resolute against it. I would have loved for you to gotten a crit on that. I would lord dumped on you like nobody's business.
Sure. Okay. Well, I mean, the cone sounds like my thunder breath, TDH. So I don't know. I'm wondering if this has to do with my Sapphire dragon heritage, etc. So
it's a reasonable hypothesis.
I don't know,
given what you know. But I mean.
I rolled too low.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll keep looking while
Okay.
everyone else keeps doing things.
All right. So to recap, you have this place as a base of operations thanks to Izan. Brosius knows the layout inside thanks to his scouting around. Tatsu and Saito know that the kind of the guard rotation happening every few hours, at least at the main gate. You know, that there was some shouting, and that clearly the daimyo is at least in residence. And Yumi has learned that there was something off about how the Turtle Clan was formed in the first place, at least based off of the official records. Something is left out of the official records.
And some connection to the lizards, yes.
Well, you saw that there were salamanders running around as sort of large rats almost when Brosius was looking around. Whether that's connected it's connected to the flame salamanders that were coming out of the ocean that you all dealt with in your very first adventure as the samurai. That is not a proven, that may be correlation, but not necessarily causation.
I thought you said that she was looking at a picture of something with the lizards. Never mind.
No, you're right. You're right.
The language as was talking about was some kind of lizard battle, large something.
Oh, well,
but
yeah.
whether that's dragon, salamander, basilisk, here, that what exactly lizard creature doesn't translate out of the archaic tongue that they're using.
Not all lizards. Yeah.
I took it to be more like dragon because of the cone. That's something that the dragonborn do. We have like this cone of mine is thunder that we use in battle, so that's what made me think more dragons.
Did you bring the book to show us?
Steel?
That is a great idea.
Kind of in the house.
Okay. Anyone who'd like to try to parse through the book, give me a history check.
Oh boy.
I would say everyone who tries is going to eat at least an hour, and you're at about 10 o'clock at night now.
Oh.
Yeah.
My history's not great. I'm not going to buy.
I have a -1 to history, so
Oh my god.
I have a +2. I'll check.
I got a +3, but Brocious is still a cat, so.
I got 19.
Oh.
Oh!
Hey.
That's great.
All right. I'm going to hang out as a cat a little bit longer then.
All right. So between looking at the book and the occasional side commentary of your well-charmed turtle friend, who I should probably give him a name at some point.
Gary?
Gary the turtle.
Gary the turtle. Turtle.
From York to
Now we're
Gary.
playing with turtles.
So with some of the side commentary from Gary as you're parsing through, you're able to figure this out, and maybe you've read some older scrolls, so it's not quite as difficult for you to parse through it. It is the tale of 6 turtles that banded together in the language that's used. Every now and then it almost seems to reference a 7th person, but no 7th name is ever given in the list of the heroes. It's almost makes you wonder is the author trying to put themselves in there? Was there a 7th person that they were trying to leave out? You're not 100% sure, but they fought against some large, terrible beast, and it was unkillable to what they were able to do, but they were able to bind it away, and they used blood to bind it. Let's see, 19. Oh, I'll add this. The large window that kind of opens floors 5 to 15 of the Turtle Castle town to the sunlight. It is said that the shape and design of that is basically tied to the seal that seals away the creature.
Interesting.
Okay. So with that, we're now at 11 o'clock at night. The next guard change at the main gate is going to happen in 2 hours. You know, there's a 3rd floor balcony. You know, the layouts of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floor. 5th floor being really just being one large open chamber. You know that the daimyo is in residence. You know where there's a main gate set of guards. There is a up to the 4th floor guard kind of in the hallway. There's a guard station, and there is from the 4th floor to the 5th floor guard station. 2 of the people there have had some wine and weren't terribly professional as far as from the guard standards. How all would you like to try to get into the castle?
great question.
We're all back at my little booze
Yes.
house, right? Okay, cool.
You're at Gary's abode.
So I relay all
Gary's
the
abode.
information I learned from the book to everybody, if anybody has any thoughts on that. And then Brocious tells us everything, yeah?
Meow, 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 meow.
Wow, that's a plan. So
Between
good
pets.
cats ask by it by name.
Oh, meow, meow.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Exactly.
This makes all the sense.
Trade with a cat, then.
2 paws, just like meow, 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 meow.
Brocious, for God's sake, turn back. We can understand you.
Right?
And now
Why
we're
do you stay like this?
For sure. Give him the whole breakdown. 3rd room, ballroom, 4th room, third floor ballroom, 4th floor, 10 guards plus potential daimyo with concubine. 5th floor, 3 guards, 1 of them active, 2 of them passive, and drinking wine. But 5th floor also is the main chamber.
Mm-hmm.
So,
How best could we get to any of these rooms?
I'm sorry, ask that question again, Tatsu.
How best can we approach any of these rooms? We are not cats.
no, certainly not.
Can we turn invisible, any of us?
I don't know if anyone. That's definitely not me.
You can be a cat.
I have a
I
quick
can be another
question.
cat. Yeah, absolutely.
Was
Yes.
this? I'm forgetting. Was this intended to be the finale, or we have more?
I was intending this to be the finale of the side quest.
Great, let's burn it all down.
I've got a flask of oil.
Okay. Izan has a pass without trace scroll.
There we go.
Plus 10 to stealth, as long as everybody's within like 40 feet of her.
And I can cast Pass Without Trace as a spell.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it's just me, but still, that it allows us to,
Split up.
split it up a little bit if we need to.
If we need to.
Yeah.
You gonna sneak off as a cat again?
Let me see my stealth. Oh, great. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
don't you have chainmail too? So you have like disadvantage.
No, but I, look so fabulous.
Right.
You want people to see you, really?
I'm a
Why
monk.
hide? Why hide?
Yeah, why would I hide this?
My God, you are Dorian.
I'm Monkey Dorian.
Monkey Dorian.
Well, I have +5 stealth. I have
Mhm.
pretty good
Damn.
stealth.
Yeah, my stealth's really good too. And then with the pass without trace and everything, I think we'll be okay if we want to. Because were we wanting to climb up to like the 3rd floor, hop onto the balcony, and stealth through from there?
I do now.
I mean,
Are we going to wait? Is there a changing of the guards? I missed that. Is there a moment where
We got an
4
hour.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got about an hour before the next changing of the guard, yes.
to get through that first to like get into the castle or whatever?
Yeah, get through, around, or at the very least, there'll be some attention at the front gate if you go somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's going to be more people there than elsewhere on patrol.
do we have climbing gear?
Oh, that.
Anybody have a rope?
Yeah, we
I mean,
should
I've got-
have them in our kits.
Everyone has rope.
Yeah,
We got rope. It's in the pack.
yeah.
We're fine.
And
Yep,
then
rope.
Brocious could like become a little spider or something and take the rope up if we don't want to have to like.
I think Yumi also has wings.
Yeah,
That's-
Yumi has
Yeah,
wings.
I can fly.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's 2 of us done.
Yumi's got it.
Okay, so one or both of you fly up to the 3rd floor and secure a rope.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
So,
let's tie knots in that rope so that it's really easy to climb.
Yeah.
ah,
You haven't
Okay.
been practicing your rope climbing? Come on.
I mean,
well, I mean, hey, if you wanted to get super clever and go to another building nearby and like create a zip line kind of thing, you could.
There
That's
we
true.
go.
That's true. Yeah. The full wanted thing going on.
His Tatsu's like, yes.
I love zip lines.
It's like the completely unnecessary step. We're like, yeah.
Right?
For the
Just for
listener,
sake of zipline.
Yeah.
for the listener, Chris's eyes got real big, he got real excited at the prospect of possibly zip lining.
Pretty much whenever I go on vacation, the first thing I do is I go, do they have zip lining? Okay, I know what I'm doing. I actually was offered a job in Hawaii when I went on vacation by one of the zipline people. They were like, we're hiring
You should have taken it.
to Hawaii. But
That
no.
would be a very different life. Okay, so we're going to climb up to, the 3rd floor and drop down rope for everyone else to climb. Is that the plan?
I think so. Are you casting Are you using the pass without trace scroll before she flies, or because I think it lasts for
an hour.
an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's got good stealth on her own. So I will probably want to use the scroll after we all get to the balcony when we start heading into like the deep parts
Yeah,
of the
the
castle,
stakes
unless
are
we need it to
The
like.
around people parts.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably a good one.
Okay. In that case, it's fairly easy for you guys to, with a little bit of time, a little bit of paying attention to what's around you, especially as late at night as it is, you're able to make kind of through the few blocks to near the castle. Yumi, give me a stealth check as you spread your wings and start to fly towards the 3rd floor balcony.
Oh my God, why am I rolling so low today? That was an 8.
Fuck. Do you have another dice to switch to?
I've gone through 2 already.
Oh my god.
So you spread your wings to like start, so you can leap up and start your flying. And the moment you spread the wings, they start to sparkle as though they are reacting to something, and they are beginning to emit a little bit of light. Thank you for listening to Attackers of Opportunity. We really enjoyed making this podcast, and I hope that you enjoyed listening to it. If you did, please go ahead and leave a 5-star review on iTunes or whatever platform you're listening to this podcast on. Also, you can find us on Instagram at Attackers of Opportunity. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode.